Good evening, Miss Melanie Cariño. As we all know, you are working as a programmer in an IT company. And as our first question, what does a programmer do?
Yes, I'm a programmer and my job usually is to analyze problems, design solutions, develop applications, uh, implement and maintain solutions in support of business objectives.
Okay, what are the skills needed for this job?
Well, as a programmer, you have to be analytical first. We're faced with business and computing problems all the time. And as programmers, our primary goal is to deliver solutions. There may be times that we think that an application is good already, but we still have to work to achieve something better. And then work harder to get the best. Remember that there's always an improvement to anything. In the field of information technology, everything is constantly moving and changing. We're always given a list of requirements because the needs of people and business are endless. A programmer should be open-minded and flexible enough to cope with these changes, of course. Technical skills, they depend on the kind of project you're working on. It could be Java, Unix, Perl, SAP, Visual Basic, or any programming language available. I've already worked on Unix scripts, which automate back-end applications like cron jobs, file transfers, and document requests. Currently, my project deals with enhancement of user applications that generates bank investment reports using Visual Basic application and MS Access and Excel macro.
So what are your difficulties and how can you make it easy?
Actually, when I graduated, the only programming language I know is Visual Basic. And then they asked me to program applications using Perl and Unix as in, oh no, the company didn't give me a formal training about those programming languages. So I have to self-study. There are a lot of available resources online and I use that too. I also seek help from my colleagues. That's a very important tool for you to know. If you don't know something, then ask. I think that's the tricky thing about being a programmer. You have to be familiar with different programming languages to do your job. They won't expect you to know everything, but at least you have to have an interest to learn them.
Have you attended any training?
Yes, our company has management, leadership, technical trainings, and certifications for its employees. But taking these trainings depend on your current project needs as well. If you're assigned to develop a Java application and you have no background about it, the company can give you a short course.
In a scale of 1 to 10, 10 as the most difficult, how can you rate your job?
Just like other jobs, being a programmer has its own ups and downs. I like being a programmer because it constantly challenges my mind to think of improvements on how we can do things better. But along with that challenge comes a lot of demands. Programming is not something that you can get good at with practice. You can memorize the syntax, but there's always a twist in the logic, so I think my rating is 9.
As an employee, is it easier to study than to work?
I think working is still studying, but with pace. Learning doesn't stop in school. Working is very much like studying, but in a bigger world. In school, you study to earn your grades. But as a professional, you work to earn money. For me, It's easier to study because you only care about your own. If you made a mistake, that's okay. You can review and make it right next time. But in the real world, there's no room for mistakes. There's a greater pressure because there are other factors involved like your clients, your direct supervisors. Yun, they rely on you. Mistakes don't count for money as we all know. Well, of course, mistake is inevitable, but we can't say that to our clients because they pay us. They pay us to create faultless solutions. So part of our job is to ensure quality in everything we do.
Last but not the least, can you give message to all aspirants who wants to be successful in their chosen field?
Well, first thing is that not just for students but for everyone. Enjoy your time while you're in school, especially because take this chance to study and learn technical skills without pressure. Next is look for opportunities. We all know that it don't always knock. Sometimes you have to squeeze them out of the situation. They don't always come around, so you have to find them. So another thing is when you don't know or you're not sure about something, then ask or consult a friend. They say Google is a very good tool. And always look for something good in what you do and learn to love it. That's very important. There's always something else to smile and be thankful about. And finally, just do what you love and then love what you do. That's all.
So thank you, Miss Melanie, for this wonderful interview.